Wow, the sun just came out.
No, you're good.
Sorry. Um, so I think when I moved out to California, I think the moment I realized that, like, it was like during COVID and stuff too. It was like I was just getting in this weird space where I was just like not really working out, like not really like, and I never have worked out actually. I'll tell you that. I've never really focused on that because I'm kind of blessed with a nice body, whatever. And so I just, to be honest, like and then I've always been very active in college, and like when I cheered, like you're working out, but you're not thinking that you're working out, right? So I never like went to
Right.
a, so like when I moved to California and I didn't cheer, you know how people, when you stop doing your sport, oh goodness, when you stop doing, I was trying. I was like,
You're good. You're good.
the
Yeah,
glow
it's
is
like it's the
really bad.
glow. It makes it look good.
Yeah.
You're good.
You know, when you stop doing your sport, I honestly think that is like a really big moment for a lot of people. They either like make it, or it either makes you or breaks you. Like it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I think I love speaking with athletes and I love coaching because I try to like show them that you're not just an athlete. You're not just learning like how to hit a baseball. You're not just learning like gymnastics. You're learning so many different things. Like, and you're such an asset to society. You need
Mm-hmm.
to use those skills to be great. And so I looked at me not cheering, and I was just trying to like continue my life the way that I did just without cheer, and it wasn't working. Like I was just like moody, I was whatever. So I was just like, you know, I wasn't feeling great about myself. And so I was like, I need to change something. So that's the other thing, like identifying when you're feeling down, identifying like
Mm-hmm.
when you're not where you want to be, and don't get down on yourself, but just think about solutions and just like try to work with yourself, be you know, gracious, and like understand that it's not going to happen in a day, but you know, I identified it, and I was like, okay. And, you know, I did get a lot of help from my boyfriend right now, you know, and, you know, he's just a good guy. And he was like, you need to get into like taking care of yourself, genuinely working out, eating well, you know, setting goals,
Right.
those types of things. And so I just started focusing on that. And it made me realize like, you have some people say like, oh, finding the balance. And then like, oh, you know, how do you find the time? It's like, you find what you're passionate about, and you
Mm-hmm.
sit with yourself. You got to sit with yourself, and you have to think of, you sit in those uncomfortable times and like think about what makes you happy, what excites you, what sets your soul on fire, and go for it. And like then you have to think, okay, discipline, you know, what did I learn in the military so I can achieve my goals? Discipline, you know, setting goals for yourself, being, looking a certain way, like, you know, keeping myself physically, mentally in shape. Then what did I learn from cheer? What did I learn from dance? And like, what did I learn from like my parents? What did I learn from all these things? And then looking at other people on social media who are successful, instead of hating on them, look at what they're doing and like see and be inspired by them. You know what I mean? So it's just
Yeah.
like changing, flipping the mindset. When you get to a bottom point, it's like you have to flip your mindset to think like, how can I win this game of life? Like, how can
Mm-hmm.
I win this game? So I think that was the moment when I stopped cheering. I was just like, I do not like the way that I'm feeling, so I need to change something. And so then
That's freaking awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, I
thank
mean, it's the mind. I mean, you're right. This is the mindset. Like my mindset at so when I was in college, I was like, I want to do all this stuff. Like I just like my mind was racing with stuff I wanted to do, but I was like, there was always that thing holding back because it was like, oh, I have to be in school. I can't just do everything. But I was
right.
like, right when I was leaving school, I was like, there's no more excuses. Like I literally have to, I have the world in the palm of my hand. Like I can do whatever I want now because there's nothing holding me back now. I'm an adult. I have to figure this out. And I
Yeah,
mean, that's the mindset.
it is. And you can, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. You have the world literally right here. Like you just pick what you want to do and you go for it. You go for it.
Right.
You'll land. You know how they say too, like shoot for the stars, you'll land on the moon. You know, even if you don't get to the stars, like it's like you will just have those goals. You will become a better person. So it's a process. Life is a process, man.
Life is such a process. It's you gotta just sit down and enjoy it because the struggles and everything growing up now, when
Mm-hmm.
you're successful down the line, you're gonna look back and be like, shit, that was crazy.
Exactly. And you have to enjoy the little moments, the little successes. You
Of
have to sit
course.
in the sad times. You got to do the whole thing. You have to experience life, like everything. You have to experience all the things. And you just continue trying to be a better person and try to grow every day. That's really
Yeah.
what it is.
So when what made you like, so you just said you just started the brand Torch.
Yeah.
You just, first off, what made you come up with the name Torch?
My God, it's so funny because when I started getting into like health and wellness, I
Yeah.
wanted to be like a personal trainer. So everyone, right, on Instagram. But it's like I was like, I want to get into this. So I always love, I'm a fire sign, I'm a Sagittarius baby. My birthday's in like 9 days or 8 days now.
Oh, well, happy early birthday.
Thank you. I'll be 27. Super exciting. Um, so I've always kind of resonated with fire and like how my personality, my grandma and like my family always says like, Hayley, you're such a light, like you have such a light about you. And I started my like fitness program and I wanted like 3 tiers. So I started the first tier was like the light the torch. So it was
Hmm.
like starting the fire, like like igniting it or whatever. And then I had one that was like, then the next one was like, something fire or something. I forgot, whatever. It was like fire, set fire. I don't remember. And then it was like the third one was like wild and free or something like that, which is like you get all the classes and all the stuff, whatever, just like thinking of tiers, trying to be a smart businesswoman. And when I saw Torch, like light the torch, I was just like, oh, there's just something like about that with like
It
fire
speaks to
and
you.
like, yeah, I was just like, it's fire. It's like leading the way for other women. It's like,
Yeah.
it's powerful. It's a strong one word torch. And it's just like, you know, I just think it means like burning that inner fire inside of
Right.
you through fashion, through confidence, through like self-development, through all those types of things. And that's what I want to bring into my brands. Like I don't want it just to be a clothing brand. Like I want it to be inspirational. I want it to be,
Hmm.
like it to speak to people and it to be genuine. And I want it to be like unique and different. So I'm like, that's what we're going for, a torch.
I love it. And you started that this past June, you said? You started it up then?
In July, yeah.
In July.
Yes. And I had to tell you the story because it's funny and I know we're probably long right now, but
No,
um,
we'll go as long as, I mean, this is good
okay,
stuff. I have no
perfect.
time limit. You're good.
Amazing. So pretty much I like have always been into fashion and like kind of my mom is a fashionista too. And I'm a cheerleader too. So like I know comfortable clothes and like I love Lululemon and like like all those things, and I love bodysuits like in general. So like the ones that snap because I'm very like I have a big torso and then like it's just kind of like it just works for me because I can wear my high waisted jeans and like a bodysuit. I don't have to worry about tucking in or anything like that. And so like I go out in that type of outfit all the time. And
Hmm.
so I like went out one night before, like on a Sunday, and I woke up late on a Monday for work, and I was like, shit, like, oh my God, I'm gonna be late for work for the Air Force. And so I had my bodysuit still on, and I was like, this would be amazing if I could just take, slip my pants on for my uniform and then just my top, and I don't have to worry about tucking a t-shirt on it, and then it's more comfortable, it's more lightweight, like it's just like whatever. So I was like, I would love to do this. So I start looking on the internet, and we have to have like a specific color for our uniform. So it's like
Right.
I can't just go to Target and get like a white bodysuit and it's like, okay, here it is. No, it has to be a specific color, specific cut. Like it has to be crew neck. It has to be like be short sleeve. Like it has to be everything. You can't find that. So I didn't find anything like this. So I start asking questions to all these people. Like I start reaching out to random like military manufacturers and stuff like that. I'm like, do you guys have like a bodysuit for women? They're like, what? What is that? And I'm just like, okay. I'm like, I think I have something here. And so I just started like reaching out to people, and no one was like moving the way that I wanted them to move, or didn't get it the way that I wanted it. So I was like, screw this, I'm doing it myself. So I literally with like help from like a couple other people, I started like I ordered like a mock one kind of from Shein, and I was like, okay, this is kind of the color, it's not the exact color, and this is the body shape that I need it to be. And so I started showing other women. I was like, this is my idea, and they're like, oh my God, we love it, but it's the wrong color. I was like, okay, I'm like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get this weird military color? I'm like, so I found the t-shirt that we usually wear. I took it to like a fabric company down in LA, and I knew I wanted it all. I knew I wanted it all made in the US. I was like, I want it to be here. Like, it's just, with the economy and everything, I was just like, I think it's very important, and
Yeah,
differentiates you from other brands too.
for sure.
You can charge more too, So it's I was like, okay. I went down to LA, found a fabric company, found a fabric that I liked, that I felt was comfortable. It was in white, and then I asked them to dye it the exact color as the t-shirt. So I was like, can you guys dye it this color? And they were like, yeah. So then they did that. I found a manufacturer down in LA. They referred me to somebody, and so they built it from scratch. So it was like straight from scratch, my bodysuit. And I was like, wait, we have to add something else onto this, because if it's just a bodysuit, like,
Right.
okay. So I was like, we need to have like an embroidery on it. Like, I always loved embroidery.
There you go.
I always embroidered something. I was like, it just sets it apart. And so I thought, where can I put this where women in the military could wear it? Because we can't have anything on top. Like, we can't have anything on the shirt. So I decided to put it right below the belt line. So then when you put your pants on, you can't see it. But then like, it's kind of like your hidden thing. So it's like, put it somewhere where no one can see it, but they know it's there, and it's
That's
just like
so freaking cool.
Yes, it's like special, and they can feel good like when they're in their uniform, because that's the other thing. Like, you're wearing the uniform every single day. It's like not cute for women. It's just like a blob like type of thing. And I know it's not what it's about, but like, women like to look good, feel good, and like a lot of people do. This sun is like a lot right now.
No, you're good.
So yeah, I decided to do Fearless and that's my first collection. It's the Fearless collection, and I did it with my handwriting. So each piece has my handwriting embroidered with the word Fearless on it. So
that is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
My neighbor, she doesn't live there anymore, because she's same age as you, but I don't have to tell her about it. She's going to be a PA, but I have to tell her about it because she's in the art. She graduated from RTC, but she's in the military as well.
Send her my way. I call them my women warriors. I want all the women warriors, because it's not just women in the military. It's like women who wear a uniform every day usually have to wear an undershirt, and it's just really uncomfortable. So it's like, you have something that stays tucked and it's tighter to your body. It's just more feminine.
Yeah. Wait, you might know her. She went to Penn State. Mia Casal. Is that?
I don't know her, because the ROTCs are like completely separate.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Air Force, Army, there's Navy and Marines. There's like, Penn State is one of the biggest attachments, like, for each grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious if you knew her, but anyway. Yeah. I mean, because when I was coming up with a name for my brand, I was like, I didn't know what to call it, and I was like, what do I live by? Like, what's my like lifestyle? And then someone said Out on a Limb, or I looked it up, and I was like, this is perfect, because there's so many meanings to Out on a Limb. Like, I don't know what Out on a Limb means to you, but for me, it means just do it. Like, take the risks, believe in yourself and go for it. And that's what I love about that,
It's an incredible name. I love it. It's catchy. It's great. And yeah, it means, like, for me, out on a limb, like, you're going out on a limb, like, you're like, F it. And I kind of love it. Like, that's kind of how I live my life sometimes. I'm like, well, going for it.
Yeah, the 1, 2, 3 method. Just go do it.
Exactly.
I gotta create a montage. I always see, like, on TV, like, everyone says like an analysis or something. They're like, oh, he's going out on a limb. I gotta make a montage. But like, I see Shaq and all these other big names say it. So I'm gonna be like, see, they talk about my brand.
Exactly. Hey, and give yourself a little trademark on that. Like, do the whole thing.
100%.
Do the whole thing.
Well, yeah. So, and then Seek and Set Free. That was that before Torch then?
It was before Torch. I got the LLC before Torch, and Seek and Set Free actually was the name of my my personal training. So I was like,
oh, no way.
Yeah, it kind of was that at first, and I was like, oh, okay, like, I'll do like fitness and retreats and like whatever. I was kind of like realizing in that time of my life, I think I made Seek and Set Free like a couple months before Torch, and I started both of them like at the same time. It was like the worst idea ever. Like, don't start two businesses at the same time. But I mean, I couldn't, like, Torch came so randomly to me. I was just like, I can't just ignore it. And
you can't ignore that.
Yeah, I was like, I can't ignore it. And then Seeking Set Free was like, I was going through a period where I realized a lot of women through COVID and stuff like that. I was reading some statistics about how